We are here at the last known residence of David Crockett in Rutherford, Tennessee. We wish to thank the caregivers of the cabin for allowing us access to the beautiful cabin. The original site for this cabin was actually 4.5 miles east from its current location. The logs used in this building came from the home of John Foster and Rebecca Crockett Foster in the Tyson Store area of Gibson County, Tennessee. Rebecca and David's mother, Rebecca Hawkins Crockett, lived with her daughter and son-in-law at that time. The quilt that is pictured with little boots is donated by Fred Radford. The quilt was his great-grandmother's and is known to be over 100 years old. The chest is from the Alamo and was donated by the late Mr. J. A. Hadley. The miniature of the cabin is called Davy Crockett's Homestead and was constructed and donated by Lee Barner. The clock on the mantel was donated by Mr. and Mrs. C. H. Sharp, and the accordion was donated by Wallace Buffer. He remembers when his grandmother, Adelaide Witherington, played it for her grandchildren in the 1920s. The mandolin belonged to Spud McConnell, Princeton, Kentucky, in the late 1800s. David Crockett was born August 17, 1786, at Limestone, Greene County, Tennessee, to John Crockett and Rebecca Hawkins Crockett. He is remembered as being a folk hero, soldier, frontiersman, and as a politician that served in the U.S. House of Representatives. He was married to Polly Finley in 1806 and to Elizabeth Pattison Crockett in 1825 after the death of Polly. He was also involved in the Texas Revolution against Santa Anna and stood his ground until his death at the Alamo on March 6, 1836. The cabinet was constructed in 1714. A note inside the cabinet states the following, quote, "We have been told by people from New Orleans and Germany that this cabinet was used to keep an element of communion, the Lord's Supper, in." Note the date of 1714 and the design, unquote. We can also see a photocopy of the marriage certificate and bond of $1,250 between John Foster and Rebecca Crockett that was signed by her brother, David Crockett, on September 6, 1819, in Lawrence County, Tennessee. John and Rebecca moved to Gibson County in the fall of 1823. We are now in the second room of the cabin. As we look around the room, you can see farm tools, cooking utensils, dishes, and other artifacts that were dated from the late 1700s through the early 1900s. All were donated to the Davy Crockett Cabin by local residents of Rutherford. Shortly, we will begin a slideshow of the artifacts found in the cabin. Keep an eye peeled for the $20 tax warrant from the Mobile and Ohio Railroad Company. Also, we will be showing still photos of the upstairs loft. Please keep in mind that due to the age of the wood, it has now become concerning to have people walk around on the floors in the upper rooms. Therefore, we top the steps only to take our pictures. Thank you for walking with us through history as we look at the artifacts contained in the Davy Crockett Cabin located in Rutherford, Tennessee. Be sure to drop in and say hi to the historians there. Thank you for watching and supporting Kentucky Tennessee Living as we bring to you the history in Kentucky and Tennessee.